the Designers Hour. We, of course, have each one of you with us. Everybody. So before we dive into the panel discussion, of course, we have Nishka ma'am, Vishal sir, along with Suzanne, for a picture perfect moment. Requesting Gurminder sir, Imran sir, if you're here, please join us. Requesting Neha ma'am to please join Gurminder sir as well for a picture perfect moment here with Suzanne Khan, ladies and gentlemen. The true icon, the mastermind behind Platinum Stella. I'm so delighted to meet you, and you look so stunning, Suzanne. The family of Platinum Corp, and we are so delighted to have her as a part. Suzanne Khan, ladies and gentlemen. Is absolutely, as you're already here, ladies and gentlemen, exactly the design of design language you will experience here at Platinum Stella. And the 3 stars have already begun. They are here. Suzanne, I would request you to please take the center chair. The true reflection and the real star behind Platinum Stella is sitting in the center of very own and the super gorgeous, stunning Suzanne. Ladies and gentlemen, and the real hero, the real... And of course, somebody who's going to be moderating this session, ladies and gentlemen, who of course do not need any introduction, quite viral on Instagram or any other social media that you all can think of, who breathes social media and real estate, of course, quite known in the industry and also is a founder of an edtech firm related to real estate. Here we have Mayank Agarwal. Round of applause, everybody, come on. And I think it's time that I hand it over to Mayank to take it from here. Thank you again.
Thank you everyone for coming, and this is going to be a beautiful evening. I'm super excited to be sharing the stage with the ever so graceful and elegant Suzanne Khan, right? And Mr. Vishal Ratan Gaira as well, who's not only a friend but a mentor in the industry. All right. So very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the grand unveiling of Platinum Stella, a project that brings together design, development, vision, and a deep understanding of luxury living in the heart of Mumbai's most coveted neighborhood. All right, and today we have 2 special forces that are going to make this possible. So first, Suzanne Khan. She's not only a celebrity designer, but also a conceptual luxury designer who brings together emotion and experience and not just the aesthetics. Right, so super, excited to get into your mind to understand how you designed Stella. Sure. And then we have Vishal Ratan Gaira, who's an architect turned developer, and he understands the finer nuances of not only architecture and design, but also construction, development, and most importantly, delivering a project. Right? So let's get going. Suzanne, you come from a family of many, many creative and artistic people, right? You've always grown up around people who are artistic, creative. How has that shaped your design, narrative overall? How has that shaped you as a designer?
Very interesting question, I must say. And firstly, thank you for the warm welcome and the beautiful introduction. I'm very honored to be here. When Vishal and Nishta first came to me and we spoke about this project, I think I just have to say before I start off, it almost felt like I was conversing with 2 very passionate, intelligent minds. And you know, having architects also as developers is a very rare thing, you know.
Right.
So when I was chatting with them, I could understand that there was this very beautiful synergy between us, and it took us a lot of passion, and we still have just you know, we finished the design story, but we have to start the execution story. So I'm really excited about this project, and I think it's going to be one of its kind.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As we all are.
Yeah. And coming back to your question, I have to say that I have been born in a very, you know, a creative family. My father, Mr. Sanjay Khan, my mother, Mrs. Zareen Khan. I think that both of them were extremely, my mom is no more, but she's always with me. She's my guiding angel. She has always taught me, and so has my father, to always, you know, think. Do not be, you know, confined to your thoughts when you create something, and to completely think out of the box or out of your, you know, your capacity. And I think that growing up with two really strong individuals who were so, who let my mind be so free and so comfortable, allowed me to, you know, have those dreams that a young girl would have. And I think that at a very young age, I knew I wanted to do design, because we used to get those magazines. In those days, used to come from the US Architectural Digest and all used to come, and I used to look at these magazines and always wonder that, you know, I want to one day be in that. I want to be in this field and create homes. So I think that the entire, you know, seed of the way, you know, my home was, the way the table was set, the way the people were treated when they came, guests. I think all of that came to say that these were very warm, homely people. We didn't have so much at that time, but whatever they did have, they used to really make their guest feel very special and create a very great atmosphere for that person who came home, you know. So I think that all automatically set in all of us. And yeah, so that's where the seed began.
That's such an interesting take of hospitality, you know, integrating with design, right? Vishal, my question to you is, when you first picked this project up, right, Platinum Stellar, what was going on in your mind in regards to the vision, and how did you conceptualize it?
So Mayank, I have grown up and spent most of my years in between Santa Cruz and Khar. So I understand this area like really well. I realized that this particular area, the Bandra Khar Santa Cruz belt, of late in the last 10-15 years has been doing a lot of luxury projects. The expectations of the customers and the home buyers here has changed. But unfortunately, the buildings that are being constructed here are still, you know, following a very stereotypical approach to luxury. We decided that we want to, when we say luxury, what we really mean is that you are not just buying something which is large and expensive. What it should do is it should just become a part of your lifestyle. It should be an extension of your lifestyle. You shouldn't really have to change your lifestyle to be able to live in a house, but the house should be able to, you know, adapt to your lifestyle. That was going on in our mind, and we wanted to keep this project low density because it's in a very, very, you know, tranquil neighborhood. We wanted the customers, the home buyers, to experience good views all around. So we had some very specific architectural thoughts when we took up this project. And yeah, and that's the reason why we brought in Suzanne, because I think more over and above what we really wanted to do as builders, what we really wanted is a very strong design voice, you know, someone who can also tell us where we are going wrong. And Suzanne, you know, really has done that a lot of times. We just didn't need a design consultant. We need somebody with a voice, and she's got an excellent ability to you know, go beyond aesthetics. She knows exactly how to make a space feel beyond it making it just look good. She knows how a space should feel apart from making it look good. So that's the reason why this project and why Suzanne.
Thank you so much. That's really, really a beautiful compliment. I must add to what Vishal is saying is that the start and the journey that we had, kind of adapted to. We started off in a particular way, and then we kept adding, and we kept adding. And we realized that what we were adding was only going to be beneficial for this community that was going to live here. And we all were like-minded in our thoughts, so that's what really kind of gelled, and that gave me the support to kind of think more. And yeah, so I think that's, now you can carry on and ask your questions.
So I think you're a great team, right? And speaking of luxury, right? Vishal spoke of luxury, and obviously luxury can be interpreted in various ways, right? It often is subjective. What is your idea of luxury, Suzanne?
So, honestly, Mayank, I think that luxury is not always only what you see. And it is what you feel when you walk into that space.
Right.
It is almost how the air feels, how fresh the air feels, how clean and pure the touch feels of what you touch, or how what exactly does the vibe of that zone make you kind of incorporate into what you're doing. So I think that luxury now is it's a word that should be used more towards the feeling and the emotion that it brings to you, rather than just the expensive materials that you use, to what you can just use. But it's what the person actually feels when they walk into that space. So a luxurious space almost is like an emotion to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting take.
Yeah.
Now, Suzanne, this project draws inspiration from, it has neoclassical and Art Deco influences, right? How do you integrate that into modern living, and how did you come up with that sort of design narrative?
So Stella is the name we picked because I felt that Stella is out of the ordinary. It's almost extraordinary, and it's something which stays amongst in the stars. So when we picked this name, we wanted the world of the person who kind of wants to buy into this property to feel extremely extraordinary, and at the same time a bit of classic, a classic feeling of something that we know and we feel happy about. So we went back into time, and we went into the Art Deco time period of design and architecture, and I picked up on certain very strong elements of the Art Deco time and period, which we used to have maybe in the 50s and the 60s, or maybe even in the 30s in New York, or even in Mumbai, in old Bombay, earlier colonial Bombay, in Paris. So we picked up on these elements that we know that the people who have traveled and who have experienced, a life, they will be very comfortable with this kind of luxury, like this kind of design. But we brought that into the modern 2026. So we took that world of 1950s and the whole Art Deco vibe, and we brought it into this, this genre of 2026, and we imbibed that into the modernness of the way the material picking, what we picked for the material, how we picked the metal, what are the doors like when you walk in, what are the designs on the ceiling, what is the what is the flooring pattern, what are the pieces of furniture, what is the lighting. So I think that overall there's also a philosophy for the building that it's very interesting, because there are these stories that again in the past, in the 1950s, that so there are these coins that we have kind of taken inspiration from, which we've created, to the teachings of life, like what would a family a feeling, what is a feeling of wholesomeness from a family? So that would be like, something to be truthful, something to be extremely whenever you think of excellence. So we took these certain elements, these 5 different teachings, and we built our whole story around that. So it's very interesting. Right now you can't understand, but when you see the design, slowly it will unfold. But it's like almost as if when you enter the banquet of the property, or if you enter the gym of the property, or you enter, say, the terrace, you will get those, those 1 or 2 of those 5 different stories and philosophies will be imbibed in you. Right. So it almost is like the design is interwoven into the thought. And it's not just a good-looking piece of furniture, but it has a story behind it, So, yeah. So.
Story, emotion, and I think you've made it timeless also, bringing back the 1950s.
Yes.
You speak so much about emotion, right? What would you want a person to feel, not just a potential buyer, but it's just like a person to feel when they walk in to the lobby of Stellar?
I think that a person who walks into the lobby of Stella will feel Stella themselves. They will feel absolutely unique. They will suddenly feel like almost as if there's some ting of magic, because we are not going to, leave any stone unturned for the materials, for the fabrics, for everything we do in that space will be quiet luxury. It won't be loud and garish, it'll be quiet luxury, but it will definitely make the person feel extremely like enveloped, And I think that emotion, as I say, is what every person wants to feel when they come home. However, even like, however, expensive or beautiful your home may be, if it doesn't make you feel enveloped or warm, that is something that is also a very big challenge to do as a designer, when you for a particular project. So this is where we took into consideration aspects of every element to all come together and make you feel that. Yeah.
Lovely. Vishal, how would you want yours, potential home buyers or anyone entering the lobby, any resident entering the lobby of Stellar to feel?
So I think adding to what Suzanne has just said, whether it is the lobby or the other common areas like the gymnasium, the terrace, she's designed a beautiful terrace, with a lot of different zones where you can relax, or you can call people over and host a small soiree. All these areas that she's designing and we are going to build together, what we really want to do is we want to give the feeling of all these areas to become like an extension of one's home. Right from the driveway to the lobby to the lift. We've had a long discussion on how the lift should be, how the lift door should be, how each and every floor level lobby should be. The minutest details, the handles, the glass, everything. So what we really want is that all these common spaces, we are going to give as much attention, if not more, to what one would give to their private spaces. So that's exactly the concept and the thought process behind doing all this, is that all the common areas should just simply become extension of your home.
Yeah, exactly. So like the person, when they enter the gate, they almost feel like the entire building is theirs. It's not like, you have to go to your apartment to feel like it's yours. But you feel a sense of belonging to this community, which is a very special community,
So it begins from the gate itself of the project. Suzanne, you spoke a lot about, so if someone were to walk into a place designed by you, right, is there a particular design detail where a person could tell that, okay, this space has been designed by Suzanne, because you spoke a lot about quiet luxury. Like, is a space that's designed by you almost like an extension of your own personality?
You know, Mayank, honestly, I think that I am such a wide student of design and architecture from a very young age that I cannot constrict myself to be known as a type. So I keep changing. I keep adapting to make that particular project in a certain special way. And I definitely feel that there is so much of history of art and design and architecture in the world that if a person who's a student of that subject can actually pick parts of various different stories that they would like to tell and then tell it in a different way. So I would like to say that yes, quiet luxury is something that I like right now, and I definitely feel that I try to imbibe that into certain aspects. But we are doing multiple projects even with Vishal, and both of them are very different to each other. So just to say that it's very important that as a designer and as a designer who wants to be more than just just somebody who is just delivering for the sake of it, you need to keep evolving with what your story is and how much goes under your umbrella of design. It should not be like, oh, I walk in here, no, I know this is Suzanne's. It should almost be that, oh my God, is this also Suzanne's? Right. You know what I mean? So I want to reach that aspect of the umbrella being that wide. So everything is, of course, you might feel a little touch of something that is like I like metal. I really like to use a lot of certain materials. I prefer to use natural, original materials. I do not use synthetic materials. I do not like to use materials that are artificial. So these certain things, yes, I have that, like a quirk. But beyond that, the design and the style and the influence of what time and space it comes from, that all keeps changing. Yeah.
It's an interesting take. In fact, that reminds me of a quote that the only thing constant in life is change.
Exactly.
Right? And I think you beautifully, imbibed that in your career. Right? Vishal, now you're introducing a concept of bespoke homes, right? In a city like Mumbai, in a building, right? How are you kind of implementing that with the various permutation and combination of jodis? How are you bringing that to life?
So, Mayank, when we say we want to do bespoke homes, what we are actually trying to do is we are trying to give control to the customer, but also ensuring that there is no chaos. We've planned the structure in such a way that it allows for a lot of flexibility in terms of spatial planning and services and MEP and all of that. But it will also fit beautifully within the design framework. Why we are doing bespoke, if I may add, what we're trying, because we believe that the customer that we are targeting is very evolved. Unfortunately, the housing provision that we are currently seeing isn't being able to keep pace with their requirements and their sensibilities. So by providing bespoke homes or custom tailored homes, what we are trying to do is we are allowing them to plan their lifestyle the way they would want, spread it out across the carpet area that they would require. We are planning apartments ranging from 2,500 to 10,000 square feet, bare shell, of course, and some of which, of course, Suzanne will also in turn design, because I'm sure people are going to love the way she's doing the common areas, and it's now going to work the other way. The common areas will now flow into their residences. They're so beautifully designed. That's what customers would want. So that's what we are trying to do by bespoke. We are making them, we're keeping it open for the customers to define how they want to live.
5 minutes ago, you told me that both of you all went through all the details, like how should the lift door be, and you just spoke about how evolved today's consumer is, right? How do you select what type of, and this is for both of you all because you all have worked as a team on this. How did you all select what type of amenities to give in the common areas for the residents? Did you have a certain audience in mind when you spoke of like how evolved the buyer is?
So I think that normally you look at the demographic of where we are and the families that in this part of the city, and what exactly would they really want to have in their building? What would they want in their property? So I think that, of course, very importantly, gymnasium. People love gymnasiums, but we've gone an extra mile, and nowadays there's a very great trend of even being in Mumbai, a sauna. Sauna is something that makes you lose weight. And there's a trend that if you sit in a sauna for half an hour, it's better than a steam. So we have put the sauna and the steam into the gymnasium because this is something that most buildings don't have. So I said, no, let's do this because there's something. We have a little hair salon. We have a hair salon, which is a very great asset for all ladies and men, if I might add. And I think that we have a banquet. We have a lovely party room and a banquet. And again, buildings don't really have that kind of, aspect of additional space. We have a beautiful terrace. Our terrace is multi-purpose because we've got different zones in the terrace that really add value to the soul. There's a soulful living aspect. There's this yoga, there's this outdoor yoga, there's this amazing zone where you can take a space with your family and have a barbecue and invite a chef and, do a whole, outdoor, of course, maybe in the December months or the January months. So I think that we've tried very intelligently to put together, and also emotionally, to put together activities that families would like to do together and would, enjoy having in their building. So I think that is, we have a business center, a beautiful business center. So I think that all these come together and definitely is a huge plus because in all the buildings that we do have in neighboring us, there are very few that really go into the details of what they want to kind of put as the amenities,
Vishal, would you like to add on this?
So if I may add, the approach was not that we didn't start with a checklist that, hey, let's put these amenities in place. It started with her question that what do the residents actually require in the building? She told me, Vishal, let's not just follow a standard template or a checklist of amenities. Let's really think through this. What is it that they are actually going to use? And then actually provide that. So we've skipped the swimming pool because we believe that our customer here would be part of a club somewhere. Yeah. He or she would be, more comfortable swimming in a pool of a club rather than, using the building pool. But then we put a salon, like she mentioned, which is such an important thing. Every time you want to step out, men and women these days want to, just do a quick hairdo before you really go out somewhere. You really don't want to step into a commercial salon just for a bit. So these little things were, discussed in depth, and then she's planned the space, and then she's planned the aesthetics and the design, the finishes, the functionality, all of it in great detail.
Suzanne, how do you balance aesthetics, right, along with durability? Because luxury often looks great in brochures, but real estate, involves a lot of wear and tear, especially in common areas, high-use areas like lobbies.
Yes.
So how do you kind of balance between the aesthetics and durability?
So I think that it's, like I said before, it's very important the materials that you use are authentic and not artificial. Like try to use the material that would last longer and the wear and tear would be less in the common areas. So there's a whole kind of big, I wouldn't want to bore you with that, but there are a lot of things that you keep in mind when you're designing, and you know that these are the common areas, so you know that the wear and tear and the, even being in Mumbai and having such a close, you're next to the coast, so there's a corrosion and there's that whole thing of the salt in the air. So you have to, like what materials you use on the terrace, they'll have to be completely natural and something that'll sustain and not get, spoiled or, kind of corroded. So I think that, of course, as a designer and having Nishta and Vishal, both are architects, as you know, they are very clear about using good material, I must tell you, more than even anybody I know. So, so it's a good combined effort, and we have a huge team of our design team within us. We, now when we start building, we're going to do a lot of sampling, and we're going to kind of create a lot of products from scratch. So of course, it's a process. Nothing in one day. Rome wasn't built in one day.
Sure.
And Stella is going to be built more beautiful than Rome.
I'm very, very sure. Suzanne, if you had the opportunity of designing a 5,000 square foot home here for a resident, given a total free hand, right? How would you want to design a 5,000 square foot home in Stella?
Well, that is completely upon the person the family who would like to, make me do that. And there's a whole list of questions for that to answer, so I cannot answer that. But definitely, I would love to extend the design philosophy that we do have in the building, but definitely make it more special in the intimate way for that particular end user. That's very important, to make them feel more special. So, of course, whichever project that we do eventually get to do in the interiors, I will invite you for tea after we're done.
Would love to. Suzanne, what was one, I'm sure there were many, but this one great thing, collaborating with Platinum as a team, from Vishal to Nishtha to Gurminder, what did you really enjoy, working with them on?
I think there are multiple things that I really have enjoyed working with them on. One is I think from both sides, from our side and from their side, there's a very strong, passionate drive, to make things better than just normal. Like to go the extra mile to create that particular room or that particular space. And I think that that was one thing that I immediately recognized, that they were very, very kind of detailed and particular about a lot of aspects of the design. And that was my sync when I really felt like, oh my God, I'm so happy that we're at sync.
Right.
I think the second thing was the commitment and the fast speed at what we have worked and finished our first package. I think because of our common, nature of understanding and respect and mutual admiration for each other, this project is going faster, because we know that there is a deadline to commit to. So there is a very strong, kind of commitment, sense of commitment. So I think that these two aspects, when you have passion and commitment, you can't go wrong. Yeah.
By the way, huge congratulations on the charcoal projects. You guys acquired a second retail store in Hyderabad, which is really massive.
Thank you.
So huge congratulations on that. And if you could just walk us through very briefly with what your vision is, your long-term vision with the charcoal project as well.
Thank you so much. My third baby, like I call it, my third child is the charcoal project. It is now 15 years old, and we are, the second store is in Hyderabad. It's a 30,000 square feet store.
Massive.
It has multi-levels of product that we have completely made and produced as collectibles. We do not produce, multiple products of one particular design because we do not want the design to get very common. So
Right.
we keep changing the story, the design story, we keep changing it. So I think that the whole idea of Charcoal Project is there's one thing that I kept in my head is dare to dream. That's my philosophy.
Right.
So as a designer, we have a lot of restrictions when our craftsmanship or with our restrictions of materials. But if you go the extra mile and you keep doing your research and your development, you can dare to dream a little more. So I think that was the basic idea behind the Charcoal Project. And we're in our 16th year.
That is really commendable, and wishing you all the luck for your charcoal
Thank you.
project.
Thank
Vishal, Bandra Khar Santa Cruz belt is extremely competitive, right? How can you quickly tell me where do you expect the prices to go from here in the next 5 years? Purely from a developer lens, and also how is the luxury buyer today? How have the preferences and the wants and the needs changed over the last 5 years?
So I feel the customer or the home buyer has really evolved in the last 5 years. The customer has traveled a lot globally. That's one. The other point is, we've come out of COVID. People have realized the importance of home, the importance of having large spaces to live in, importance of having multi-purpose rooms where one can sit, sleep, work, study, do your video conference meetings. So the requirements and the expectations from a house have undergone a drastic change. Coming to your question of the Bandra Khar Santa Cruz market, I think this is one area in the western suburbs of Mumbai which has performed consistently, across all kinds of market cycles. As I told you, I've born and I've been brought up here, so I understand this area quite well. You would have seen that since the relaxation of the CRZ norms, a lot of sea-facing properties have opened up for development. And we've all witnessing prices as high as $1.5 lakh, 150,000 rupees a square foot for sea-facing properties. So Mayank, when something like that happens, what happens is areas which are not absolutely sea-facing but have got good sea views, they are situated in good established, tranquil neighborhoods like Platinum Stellar, obviously would also start catching up with that kind of a pricing. Very easily, I see that the pricing for this particular area, which is currently in the range of 60 to 70,000 rupees a square foot, is likely to touch 1 lakh rupees a square foot in the next couple of years.
Right. So that makes it not only a good end-use option, but also a good investment option because there's still room to grow.
Yes, we look at Platinum Stellar as something which will, sort of become like a generational wealth, A person or a family buying it right now is obviously going to enjoy the beautiful design and the space in the building, but it is also going to become like a heirloom property, going forward in future.
Right. What I find really interesting in today's luxury market, it's not just about the product today, it's also about the services and the experience that a customer today wants to feel. And of course, that brings me to my next question, Suzanne. You believe a lot in the experience and emotion, right? How would you, if you had to describe the experience of living in Stellar in one line, what would it be?
I think the experience of living in Stella would be absolutely extraordinary. It would definitely be wholesome. It would feel unique. It would feel a space where a family and a young couple all could kind of start off and keep that home as part of their home that they probably, hand over to their young kid. You know what I mean? So it's a classic. It's got a classic, location. This location is going to always be one of the most
Right.
prime locations. And it's also going to have the design, the philosophy behind this building. We want it to feel like one of the most special properties in all of this part. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Now, Platinum Stellar definitely feels like a project where design isn't just an addition, but I feel this is one of those few projects where design, development, and construction have all come together, and the subset of it is Platinum Stellar, right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Vishal, for having me here as well, and wishing you all the success.
Thank
for
you.
not only Platinum Stellar but also the charcoal project.
Thank you so
You've been
much.
wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Vishal.
ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone, all of you all, for making this evening great. Thank you, guys.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Designer's Hour, and what spectacular insights that we got. And we definitely can't wait to experience Platinum Stellar, the reflection of Suzanne Khan. Amazing. Thank you so much once again. Can I please have the flowers for the real flower sitting in the center? Small token of appreciation. Nishtha ma'am joining in. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A huge thanks to Suzanne Khan. And we are so delighted that we have her as a part of the Platinum Corp Parivar. Amazing. Now requesting Vishal sir to please felicitate Mayank for being, to felicitate Mayank Agrawal, the best moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. The team of leaders together. That was quite an impactful session where we got to know detail about Platinum Stellar, absolutely by the leading lady. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely. Joined us here. Here we go. The picture perfect moment of the three leaders. Super. Yes. So media, you got any questions? We have Vishal sir.
Approach Suzanne primarily because of her design sensibilities, and as I said, that we were embarking on a path where we were trying to do something very different, and we really needed a strong design voice with us to sort of show us the way and be like a guide rail. We wanted to do what is right for the project. We didn't really want to get deviated, assuming certain things as developers. So we brought in to sort of keep a check on whether whatever we are doing is whether right or wrong. That's the primary reason.
Hello. Yeah. Susan, my question to you is that what's input from your side for Stellar?
That Stella is going to be unique from other properties is, according to me, the design, the aesthetic of the design that we are trying to create. There is a 5-point vision that we've kept for making sure that it's not only something that you see, but it is something that you feel, that you even, what you hear, what you kind of smell. It's almost a 5-sense feeling that you will feel when you enter Stella. And that is something unique. Yeah.
Good evening, Suzanne. Over here, Raju
Hello,
Achmelia
hello, how are you?
from Media Group. I would like to ask you something in our, Matrubhasha Hindi mein. Ki this pocket of Santa Cruz is already a place where, like many developers are trying to, outgo each other, like in terms of giving amenities, in terms of giving facilities,
Sure.
in terms of giving luxurious comfort levels to the customers. So what is different which you are planning to, like give for Stellar over here?
So, like I said, I think that the main thing is that right now, when the design comes towards when you see it, you'll understand what is different. I can't explain it on a conversation, but it is a 5 sense design where when you enter the property, you will feel and see and smell and hear the whole being of the person. So like I said before, luxury is not only what you see, it's how it makes you feel when you enter a property. And with Stella, we want the end person who enters the property to feel in a certain way. And I think that that'll be what we will have different from other people. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Good evening, Nishta ma'am. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now we don't have to think anything when Suzanne is there on the board. So, Nishta, I just wanted to ask you how it was difficult for you to work with another designer since you're also an architect.
So, thank you for the question. I've already had this experience because my husband is also an architect.
Yeah,
so,
he's also an architect,
working
yeah.
so many years of us, debating and discussing ideas, and many times, our thoughts are extremes. So that's why we thought this project, let's get a fresh sort of set of ideas and from a more neutral sort of a perspective.
Yeah.
And I think it was wonderful working with her because she brings to the table a lot of international experience and exposure and great ideas. It makes us also rethink because, working for so many years, I think after a point, I think you get very stagnant with your own set of ideas. So we got a very nice, fresh take on things. So that was wonderful.
Yeah, with the Suzanne, it will be outstanding project of this location.
Thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we can take
Yes.
one last question if you all have any.
Done.
Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient and lovely.
Thank you so much. But Suzanne, we have a surprise for you. I would want you to please be seated. Take a seat there and have a look on the screen. A small surprise about somebody really special to us, special to Platinum Corp, explaining about Platinum Stella. So it would be truly an honor if you could be seated there. Meanwhile, the management team, could you please... And Suzanne, I as a family member, we just cannot explain how happy and delighted we all are.
Hi Susan, hi Vishal. First of all, it's so great to have you both. It's been amazing as always. How exciting is it for you to be here?
Very, very exciting. We've worked very hard to create the design package for Stella. And like you've been seeing and you've been hearing us talk, it's a product of a lot of love and persistence and perseverance and a lot of work that has been put into it. So very excited to be in this position today to launch it, and we're more excited to actually execute it. Yeah.
Vishal sir, how is it to have such a diva with you? I mean, she's a fashion icon herself, and having her on board. How is it today? I mean, look at her, all dressed up ready
Absolutely.
and excited for it.
Actually, we were really, really conscious when we approached her, and we were not sure if she was going to say yes.
Yes.
But I think she saw the sincerity as she was mentioning, and we both have a shared vision of, doing a great product, making a building which is led by design. And I think once we saw each other's vision, after that she decided to work with us, and it's been a great honor working with us. It's been a great learning experience for me and my wife Nishta, and we are really, really thankful to her.
And we are mutually thankful at Charcoal Project because I think that when two synergies come together of very real, authentic, creative minds,
Correct.
then good things happen.
Yes.
So I'm very happy that the Stella, our Stella project will get that benefit of
Right,
this,
right.
alliance.
Yes, and having you on board is the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much.
राजेश का ले लेते हैं ये खत्म Rajesh sir, how is it to be here with Stella today? We saw it, हमने पूरा press conference देखा.
जी.
How exciting is it for you to be here?
Well, it's absolutely exciting. As I did say that I'm a small part of it. Like, I mean, I've been involved with Stella. It is so exciting कि मैं पैसे जमा कर रहा हूँ ताकि मैं एक फ्लैट यहाँ खरीद सकूँ eventually. So आज मेरे को मतलब एक पर्पस मिल गया है कि I should just start gathering, collecting the money so that one day when it gets completed, I have an apartment in Platinum Stella.
Gee, and how was it having Suzanne together on board? I mean, you guys have
Yeah,
been
so
working
I mean,
together on
we
this.
worked earlier also. I
Yes.
mean, I have a company, and
Yes.
like, I mean, we worked earlier as well. But this was a perfect match, as they say, na? Made for each other kind of a thing, because the idea was art deco, and there could not have been anybody better than Suzanne Khan to do that. And Vishal sir, the entire team felt the same way, and the energies synergized. And here you are, you can see the result. You've seen the result and how wonderfully it has come out. Yeah. और मुझे एक लगता है कि यहाँ पे एक it'll be a landmark building out here in this area.
बिल्कुल,
Yes.
बिल्कुल.
जी.
Anything?
सर क्या कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स आपके आने वाले हैं? इट्स वेरी गुड.
जी मतलब अभी अपनी मर्जी के हिसाब से थोड़ा कम काम कर रहा हूँ मैं. और क्योंकि अभी जिस किस्म का काम मैं हर जगह कह रहा हूँ, बार बार बोलूँगा, मेरे पास बहुत वक्त है एक्टिंग के लिए, मुझे काम चाहिए तो, लेकिन सिर्फ ये एक कंडीशन है कि जो काम मैं चाहता हूँ वो चाहिए, जो मुझे मिल रहा है उससे अलग चाहिए. तो इसलिए मैंने थोड़ा सा एक ब्रेक लेके रखा हुआ है. और पर मिलेगा, देखिए सर, अभी देखिए, आप देखिए राकेश बेदी साहब का, देखिए, है ना, तो होगा, सबका होगा.
सर जैसे कि आपने कहा कि जो कैरेक्टर आपको चाहिए वो आपको थोड़ा ढूंढना पड़ रहा है.
जी.
तो कुछ ऐसे बकेट लिस्ट में कैरेक्टर होंगे जिसके लिए आप
बहुत सारे हैं. वो बकेट लिस्ट ख़त्म ही नहीं होगी, शाम से दर रात हो जाएगी यहाँ पे. बट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज कि जिस किरदारों में मुझे देखा है, यू नो, आई वॉन्ट समथिंग डिफरेंट देन दैट नाउ. लाइक आई मीन एंडेवर वो है, इसलिए थोड़ा सा एक ब्रेक ले लिया है, थोड़ा सा समय ले लिया है, और थोड़ा सा सब्र बांध लिया है. देखते हैं क्या होता है. जब तक तो हमारी कंपनी मेरी है, काम चल ही रहा है. जब तक वॉइसिंग है, आवाज़ का वॉइसिंग जो चलती है वो चल ही रही है. तो कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई नहीं, मतलब एक्टिंग करनी ही पड़े. जी.
और कोई सवाल?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.